The hidden phone wasn't hiding another woman. It was hiding months of conversations between her boyfriend, his mom, and his sister, about whether she was even worth keeping. He had a secret group chat about her on a device she wasn't supposed to know existed. And I promise you, this story gets so much worse. Okay, so let me paint the picture real quick. These two had been together for years, shared an apartment, shared a life, the whole thing. By all appearances, solid couple. The kind where you just assume they're gonna end up married eventually because they've already done every hard thing together. She'd been there through his job loss, through a family health crisis that wrecked him, through 2 separate moves. She was not a passive partner. She was the person who showed up every single time, no questions asked. And him? He was private, always had been. She knew that going in and she respected it. She wasn't the type to go through phones or check up on him. That wasn't her. But then, something shifted. He started guarding his jacket pocket like it had a live grenade in it. And listen, when someone who's always been calm and easy suddenly starts acting like they're hiding something, your body knows before your brain catches up. She felt it, that low-level hum of something being wrong that you can't quite name yet. She just had no idea how right she was. So one evening, his jacket's draped over a chair across the room, and she hears it, a buzz. Fine, whatever. Except, his regular phone is sitting on the counter. Right there, in plain sight. So what just buzzed in that pocket? She didn't snoop. She didn't go through it. She walked straight up to him and just asked. Direct. Calm. What's the second phone? Quote. And he told her it was for a freelance project. Said he'd been meaning to mention it. A freelance project. On a secret phone. That he'd been meaning to mention. I'm sorry. What? She gave him the benefit of the doubt anyway. Because she trusted him. Because that's what you do when you love someone. You choose trust over the alarm bells even when the alarm bells are screaming. She really wishes she hadn't. Fast forward a few weeks. She comes home earlier than expected on a Saturday night. His car's in the driveway. She walks in, and there he is, sitting on the couch. And the look on his face? She said it was a look she had never seen on him before. Like someone caught mid-thought, mid-secret, mid-something she clearly wasn't supposed to see. He flipped the second phone face down against his thigh so fast. Just checking emails. It's 9 p.m. on a Saturday. She sat down across from him, kept her voice completely steady, because she had already decided, right then, that she was not gonna be the one who lost control. And she said it real simple. Either show me the phone, or explain clearly why you can't. He handed it over. Okay. This is where it gets insane. There was no other woman. She wants everyone to understand that because yes, the mind goes there first. It always does. But what was actually on that phone? It was somehow stranger and more painful than that. What was on that phone was a group chat. Her partner, his mother, his sister, months and months of messages. All about her, his mother. And I need you to really hear this. His mother had called her a placeholder. Written it out, in a text, like it was nothing. Said her son was wasting his best years. His sister had been sending him apartment listings. Near their family home, several states away. As if the breakup had already been decided and they were just working out the logistics. And him? His responses throughout all of this? Soft, non-committal, compliant. He never pushed back, not once. He said things like, I know. I'm figuring it out. He made vague references to reaching a decision by summer. By summer. Like she was a lease he hadn't decided whether to renew. You think that's bad? Wait. Because here's the part that broke her. It wasn't just the words. It wasn't just the cruelty of being called a placeholder by someone who'd smiled at her face 100 times. It was the timeline. That chat had been running for months. Which means, every dinner they shared during those months? He was in that chat. Every night he reached for her hand? He was in that chat. Every single time he looked her in the eyes and said he loved her. He was simultaneously participating in a secret group conversation about whether she was worth keeping. On a phone he hid in his jacket pocket. She had been with this man through the absolute hardest chapters of his life. She showed up every time, no hesitation, and the whole time, she was a topic, a problem to be quietly solved, a decision to be made by Summer. The audacity of that is making me shake, and I wasn't even there. She looked up from the phone. He was crying. And here's what he said. He said he hid it because he didn't want her to feel bad. He didn't want her to feel bad. He had a secret device. A secret family tribunal. Months of conversations treating their relationship like a business decision. And his defense was that he was protecting her feelings. She asked him one question. 1. Were you planning to leave me? Quote, he said he didn't know. Not no. Not, of course not. I love you. He said. He didn't know. She got up. She packed what she needed. And she left. She went to a close friend's place that night. And she was still there days later. Not because she was falling apart, but because she needed to be somewhere that felt safe while her entire understanding of the last few years quietly rearranged itself. She kept coming back to the same thing in her head. Not even the worst words, though those cut deep on their own. It was the specific, quiet betrayal of the ordinary moments. Every single mundane Tuesday, every grocery run, every lazy Sunday morning, all of it had been happening simultaneously with that thread. That verdict being quietly written about her. By people who smiled at her face and hugged her at holidays. She had never even known she was on trial. And look, there was no dramatic explosion. No screaming match. No scorched earth revenge moment that went viral. This wasn't that kind of story. This was something quieter, and in some ways, that makes it hit harder. She arranged a meeting with him shortly after. Not for reconciliation. Not for a second chance conversation. Just for the practical stuff. The apartment. Who keeps what? How you untangled two lives that had been woven together for years. She walked into that meeting having already made her decision. She wasn't asking him to choose her. She wasn't waiting to see if he'd finally say the right thing. She had moved past the part where his answer mattered. She was sad. She said that openly. She didn't pretend she wasn't devastated. But she was also clear. And she said something that honestly, I've been thinking about ever since. She said, clear was enough. Not happy. Not healed. Not over it. Just clear. And in that moment, that was all she needed. That's it. That's the whole update. She left. She's rebuilding. And somewhere, there's a man sitting with the consequences of every soft, non-committal, compliant response he ever sent in that chat. Because those messages didn't just end a relationship. They showed her exactly who he was when he thought she wasn't watching. So here's what I need from you. She was there through his job loss. His family crisis. 2 moves. Years of showing up without being asked. And the whole time, she was a group chat topic on a hidden phone. After everything she gave him through the hardest years of his life. Do you think she made the right call walking away? Or should she have given him the chance to finally, actually choose her? Drop your verdict in the comments. And don't be soft about it. I want to know exactly where you stand. Next up, a story that made our entire team go completely silent for like a full minute. You do not want to miss it. Subscribe so you never miss a single drop of drama. Stories shared on this channel are inspired by real experiences posted online. All details have been anonymized and rewritten. Any resemblance to specific individuals is coincidental.